Live.
Hey guys, it is Megan up at Camp Sunshine, and I am making dinner, and I thought I was going to take advantage of having Mr. Tabert here and do a video. This is a perfect example of I don't really follow a recipe. I usually get an ingredient or maybe two that begin to give me a niggle of an idea, and I saw these organic green beans. I mean, not they're the freshest, but they're organic and they're green beans at the grocery store today, because I went into the grocery store, and that's fucking huge because I have not done the shopping. I have gone with Sean religiously, but I wait in the car because I couldn't deal with the people and whatnot. But I am now going in, and he is staying in the car. That's my first step, and then I'll get a car, and then I'll be able to do it myself, which may seem really fucking crazy and stupid to some people, and it was something that I did without even thinking about for years and years when I made food for my kids and did the grocery shopping, but somewhere along the lines I forgot how to do all of that, and I've become a recluse, and so I'm relearning that shit. So
You're reckless.
No, that's not what I said. You're cloying.
Yeah.
So green beans were what I started thinking, and to be honest, I was thinking about curries because when we were down with Luke and Peyton, we had a duck curry. This is not at all like the duck curry, but that's where my mind went. So over here, I have, these are chicken thighs. Mr. Tabert likes the thigh meat because it's darker and it's juicier. I mean, I think most people who like chicken like the thighs.
Everybody loves the thighs.
Yeah, the thighs are good. So I have the chicken, and that is browning up, and I will tell you what's in the chicken. So I, as I said, was thinking of a curry. I have curry powder, and I even have curry paste, but I decided I wanted to try to do something just with the flavors that I have. So I started out with, what did I really start with? Oh, all right. I started with garlic powder because I always start with garlic powder, and I went like 2 to 2.5 teaspoons of that. I went with 1.5 teaspoons of ginger powder. I went with a teaspoon of turmeric. I did about 1.5 teaspoons of onion powder. I did maybe 2 tablespoons of sage leaf. And then I did salt and pepper. I did 1 teaspoon of salt and a heavy shaking on the black pepper, which I would say is probably 1/2 teaspoon, maybe, question mark. So as I said, I'm browning. I put that on the chicken when it was raw, and I actually let it sit on it for about 1 hour to 1.5 hours, just so that, I don't know, in theory, the flavors would blend. I wasn't ready to cook it, so I decided to just flavor it and let it sit. So once this is done, I'm going to pop the chicken out of that pan into a bowl, this lovely bowl. That's nice and wet because I washed it. And then I am going to take on the process of putting the, what are these called? They're vegetables. I will start with the onions, but very quickly I will add in the green beans and the carrots because all of them need quite a bit of time to soften up. So they'll all be in there. And they'll be in the juices from the chicken and the chicken fat, because as I said, the thighs are fatter. I may add a little bit of olive oil to that, depending on, the onions will offer up a lot of moisture as they break down. So I'll brown all of those, and then I'll add the chicken back in, and then I'm gonna add a can of organic tomato paste, 1 or 2 cans of tomatoes. I don't know, we'll have to see. That's when I start beginning to taste it. And then not a whole lot of coconut milk. I'm not going to go really heavy. I'll probably do about 1/2 can of the coconut milk. And then I am going to have Mr. Tabert run down. I have the chicken stock that I made, and we're going to pour that in on top as well, and let all of that stew together for a little while, and then we're going to have it over brown rice.
Magic.
And ta-da, that will be it. Any questions, Mr. Tabert?
I'm hungry.
That's not a question. Hopefully this will turn out good.
Oh, shit, always does.
I love the optimism. So, oh, and no, I did say these will go in after these have softened up because these will cook very quickly. And yeah, that's it.
Beautiful.
That's how I make shit up. As I said, I don't follow a recipe because following recipes makes me very nervous. And so I just go with a flavor profile and then I build on it. And Mr.
Big,
Tabor, as I
chunky
said,
onions.
is a fantastic person to cook for because he appreciates it, and
Oh, yes.
that makes it more funner.
Well, we kind of have the same taste. We both love onions, green beans. It's all good.
It's healthy food. It's real food. So that's it. Just thought I would, as I said, it's not, I will write all of this down at the bottom of this so that you can use it as a recipe. I'm not poo-pooing if you're not comfortable. I mean, my goal really in sharing this and how I come up with them is to try to encourage you to play with your foods. Begin to become familiar with the different flavors and what tastes, good together. To be honest, if I had my druthers, I would have used basil, dried basil in this instead. Curry and basil goes really well together, but I didn't have it, so I went with the sage because sage has a sweetness that I thought might go well with the coconut. Who knows? It's a shits and giggles situation.
That's another thing. You have to figure out what goes good with what, right?
Yep. And just, again, it's hit or miss. I mean, when you're cooking with things like this, it's all so healthy and it's also good for you that it's almost like nature takes charge, and like they blend well together because they're all synergistic. They are all healing your body in different ways. That's going hippy dippy, isn't it?
Wow. Pretty soon you're gonna
You know what I didn't tell about? I did do paprika pepper because there's always pepper in what a curry powder is. It's a combination of some flavors. And so I did a half of a teaspoon of that to give it a little bit of bite. And that's it.
Pretty soon you're going to be cooking with crystals.
No, never crystals. No curing of cancer and no crystals. Those are our two. All right, so I think this is just about done. So this is a good time to log off, and I'll do the swapperoo.
All right. Bye.
Bye, guys.